let's get to some questions here for this week. Look what's back. Sciatica. 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 Speaking of which, how great a song is Top Jimmy? I fucking love that song. All right, sciatica. Hey, Bill, love your podcasts. I wanted to tell you about my sister's cure for sciatica, live at the Worcester Central. The Providence Civic Center, one night only sciatica. My ass fucking hurts. She suffered from sciatica for years. Her doctor recommended she see a podiatrist. That's a foot doctor for all you civilians out there. Who filmed her from behind. What a fucking creep. As she walked on a treadmill. Yeah, wear these yoga pants. By the way, I don't understand why guys are fucking so obsessed with yoga pants. I've never been at yoga pants. I like just, you know what? I took too many yoga classes. I just know what the room smells like, and I just feel like that's what your clam smells like when you wear those. And I know that's immature. I'm sorry. He immediately saw her right foot was rolling out as she walked. He said this was causing her problems with sciatica, and he made custom orthotic shoes inserts that she wears most of the time. She said this worked immediately to completely eliminate her pain from sciatica. She said after you start wearing the orthotics, you should visit a chiropractor to get everything back in alignment, and you're good to go. Give it a try and go fuck yourself. Thank you so much for that. I don't think I have that issue, but I got the name of a good chiropractor. And you know what? God damn it. When I'm uploading this podcast, I'm actually going to go see a doctor. Because somebody sent me this thing on Twitter. Bill, go see a doctor. Jesus, did we learn nothing from so-and-so? And it was somebody who was on Letterman who had a shortness of breath, and he kept blowing it off. He kept talking to people who weren't doctors, and they're like, I'm sure you're fine, I'm sure you're fine. And then he found out it was fucking lung cancer. Obviously, that's not what I'm looking at here. All right. So I will definitely go. Thank you for that. All right. Number 2, Deuce. Where will Caitlin take a shit this week? Number 2, hi, Bill. I was a wall and floor tiler for 27 years, and my go-to for any lower back pain was a gel ice pack and lying on a hard floor. The gel pack molds to the area that is sore, and the hard floor keeps your spine flat. Lie on your back on the floor with your knees bent. Put the ice, now what does that mean? They bend and then lift them up, or just have your feet on the floor? You put your foot down on the 2, you jump up on the 1. Sorry, I'm thinking about Prince now. All right. Then move the ice pack and then try. Wait. I missed the whole fucking thing. Lie on your back. You know what it is? He wrote a bunch of words that are all like the same. I have some sort of fucking dyslexia because he has lie like a bunch of times and feet. Lie on your back on the floor with your knees bent. Put the ice pack at the spot giving you trouble. Leave it there. I know why. He didn't have any punctuation. Leave it there for 15 minutes. You can watch TV doing this. Then move the ice pack and then try to feel like you are pressing your spine into the floor. Continue with the treatment once or twice a day until you feel better. I hope this works for you. I loved Efforts for Family. It reminded me of my childhood, and I'm a 57-year-old Australian male. Love the specials and the podcast. Hope you get better soon. Well, that's good to know. So you're 10 years older than me. Well, that should work because we kind of aged Bill a little bit older than I was in 1973 or 74. He's about 11 years old, which would mean he would have been born in 62. So that's right in your wheelhouse, right? You would probably be born in 58, 59? Yeah, Bill, that's how the math works out. All right, cool. Okay, Australian mail. Well, thank you so much for watching, and please tell more people down there in Australia, if you can, to check it out. I actually heard a lot of times people say to put heat on your back. Ice, I guess, is better because if you have any sort of inflammation in the nerve or something like that. I don't know. I've been using Aleve and doing these stretches. I feel much better. And I haven't been sitting down at all. I've actually been squatting like a Vietnamese gambler. And I don't know. That's been working for me in these stretches. I still haven't quite gotten it better, but I'm going to go to a chiropractor and get adjusted. Oh, Jesus. And you know, I also need glasses. Finally giving into that because my, every 2 years when you're of my advanced age, you got to go get a physical. I want to get physical. Let me fucking I got my pilot's license, so you got to if you're a younger fella, or lady, every 5 years you got to renew your medical. You got to get it updated. So with me, it's every 2 fucking years, and I barely made it through. And I'm literally like, what the fuck am I doing here? I don't want to wear glasses. I just don't want to have another fucking thing that I have to deal with. And I also have this paranoia that all glasses do is make your fucking eyes worse. Kind of like, chapstick. It just dries out your lips even more. That's like the big urban myth. And then you get addicted to it. Then you got to use it, Whenever I have dry ass lips, I just use a little Vaseline. Works like a fucking charm. And then I just start pounding waters. And then you're fine. You're fucking fine. That fucking chapstick and all that shit, I don't like it. I don't like it. It makes me have weird dreams, Get that chemical in there. It seeps right into your fucking face and it goes right to your brain. And next thing you know, you're just running around with an axe in your dreams. You ever have a dream like that? For some reason you're screaming, answer me. I'm just making this shit up, people. I don't know what the fuck you want from me. Usually the advertising takes up a little bit of time, and I don't have any. 4:48, another 12 minutes, and then the game starts. Oh, and I got another 15 minutes here. Fuck. Well, thank God for TiVo, right? All right, grass killing Neymar. All right, fantasy revenge advice. Hello, Billiam. I'm a 23-year-old male. I live with my parents in the country that even Australia makes fun. Oh, wow, that even Australia makes fun of. 2 from Australians here. New Zealand. Oh, Jesus. I live with my parents in a country that even Australia makes fun of. New Zealand. I thought you meant a part of a country. I can't read people. I love F is for Family and can't wait for season 2. Thank you so much. Please tell more people in New Zealand about it if you haven't already. If you got the time. I'm not trying to put you out. If you don't want to be that douche, don't be the douche. But if you do, I'd appreciate it. All right. So here we go. Fantasy revenge advice. Some time ago, my father was using a lawn trimmer on the right side of the front yard, which is only a few feet from our neighbor's driveway. While trimming the edges, a small rock in the grass shot out and hit our neighbor's parked car in the driveway. Our neighbor was already at the front of his house and either saw or heard the bang and started yelling at my dad, who was apologetic. The rock put a small dent in the car, which was hard to see even close up. When I was told what happened, by my dad, I was a little pissed that he yelled, but I knew he had a right to be upset. And although it was an accident, my dad would happily pay for the damages because he knew he was at fault. Our neighbor didn't talk to us again about a bill or anything, so we quickly forgot about it and moved on. A few weeks later, I was at the front of our house and I saw that the right side of our lawn was completely dead, a foot inwards. I realized this fucking cunt had poisoned the area of the grass that would usually be cut using the edge trimmer. Wow. This guy's got major communication issues. So this incident would never happen again, despite my dad telling him that he would only mow the lawn when the driveway was empty in the future. I asked my dad if he knew anything, and he told me he had known for a few days but didn't want to make a big deal about it. My dad is a very easygoing guy who doesn't get bothered much. Myself, on the other hand, spent the next few nights fantasizing about revenge. Oh, it looks like you take after your mother. All right, your dad's easygoing. He married a fucking hot-blooded woman, and she calmed her down, right? And then you got her fucking DNA. All right, I like where this is going so far, even though I'm not a big revenge guy. Your dad's easygoing. It's his house. Already my gut's saying your dad's easygoing. It's his fucking house. Don't do anything to disrupt it. He said, I thought about doing the exact same thing to his lawn, but spelling out the words coward. Oh, my God, that's fucking hilarious. I thought about pulling out all of his plants and dumping it on his car to send a message. It's been a few months and I still get pissed off when I think about it, but I decided not to stoop to his level and pull off a bitch move like that. The only option would be to confront him, but there is no scenario in which that would end well. Why not? Why not? Why can't you just, next time you see him, just say, like, dude, I got to tell you something. I haven't been on this planet for a long time, so maybe I need to see more bitchy behavior, but that's the biggest pussy bitch fucking, don't do that. It's going to, I don't know. I would just say, hey, do you have any idea why this part of the lawn died? Isn't that amazing? And I would do that to him every fucking time. Just do something to drive him nuts. Anyways, because I've decided to do nothing and moved on, but it's been about a year and I'm still thinking about it. What would you have done? Am I justified to be this pissed? And how the fuck do I stop myself from letting it get me in such a bad mood every time I walk past our front lawn and see the dead strip of lawn? Thanks for listening, Bill. Come back to New Zealand. Your lawn is still dead? Look, I'm not big on revenge, but the great thing that you have right now is you've waited a year. So if you were to do anything, obviously don't bring any physical harm to the person. He does seem to love that car. It's just, why would you do it? Why don't you guys just replant the fucking grass? That's what I would do. I would replant the grass. This is what you do. Replant the grass and get all excited. And then without him knowing, what you do is you set up a fucking video camera. All right? And you just videotape and you try to catch him doing it. That's the best way to do it, right? And then he has to fucking pay for it and then pay for the previous thing. The previous time he poisoned it. Like, that's what I would do. You know what I mean? There's obvious things that you could do. You could go to a fucking AutoZone and buy one of those little catch trays that captures oil, you know? And then in the night you could undo his fucking... let all the oil out of his car, unscrew the thing on the oil pan, and you screw it back up, and then he seizes the engine on his car. You can go that route. You know, there's no oil in the fucking car. The key is what you have to do is, he would still figure it out. See, he can't do this. Is all bitchy fucking moves. You know what I mean? You got to have a face-to-face thing. Or what I would do is I would just replant the grass, and I would set up a fucking video camera. And maybe you just say that. Just say, hey, just so you know, if you plan on poisoning our grass, because I know you're not a man, and you would never say anything to my dad or myself's face, you know, just so you know, I got this security. You're going to be on video, and we're going to catch you doing it, okay? All right, it costs us a lot of money, and oh my God, what in a perfect world, couldn't you just go over and just fucking, he just answers the door, and you go, huh? And you just boot him right in the nuts. Huh? And then you just take a strip of the dead grass and you just start fucking beating his back with it. That's what the fuck you want to do. You know what? I actually want to do that right now. But you know what? You can't do it. You know what? Fuck him. He did it to you. He did it to you. Oh, dude, you know something? I think what you came up with is the best. Why don't you just write coward? Nah, because then he's going to do something else to your dad's house. Oh, this guy's a cunt. You know what? He doesn't have the balls to confront your dad. So what I think you do, do the little coward thing and then set up video cameras and catch him doing something else. But then you've done something to him. See, it's just awful. It's just this bitchy tit for fucking tat thing. I don't know what you have to do, but I feel like something has to be said at least. I know what you do. This is what you do. You go down to a fucking ladies' shoe store. All right? And you buy a cheap pair of fucking women's shoes. And next time you wrap it up like a present and you just give it to him. And there's a card in there and everything. And then this is what you do. You do that. You just humiliate the guy. And you just open it up and just say, hey, sweetheart. Just want to, you just write from your heart about what a fucking bitch he is. And this is what you do. Don't curse in it at all. Write it really nice and lovely. But you, in that, without ever cursing, just let him know what an absolute fucking pussy he is for doing that. There you go. Oh, I think that, you know what? I think that's a winner. You know what? I might have to outsource this to my listeners if you guys have better ideas on what to do. There, nobody gets hurt. You made your point. It's fucking hilarious. And that's a funny, you tell people that this guy did it and they go, so what'd you do? You tell them I went to a lady's shoe store and I bought him a pair of pumps. And then you get to laugh. And every time you see him, just wave and just start calling him sweetheart. Give him a pet name. Maybe you give him a woman's name, like Diane or something. Just, hey, Diane, how'd you like the shoes? And just every fucking day, you can just do that forever. I don't know. It made me feel better about the situation. Maybe you can do that. Who the fuck knows? Anyways, good luck with that. But don't do any physical harm or real property damage. That's the brilliance. I almost said genius. Pat myself on the back there. Sorry about that. That's what I like about the last plan, is that you're not hurting him. You write it eloquently. You're not cursing. There's nothing he can really do. You just bought him a gift that you give a woman. It's perfect. I'd send him some candy on Valentine's Day. Just torture the guy. But you just keep giving him gifts. I don't know what else. Get him some flats. I don't know. Just a bunch of shit like that. I don't know. Who the fuck knows? Maybe you just do it once and then that's it. And then what you do, and then right after that, you replant the grass. And then you just let him know that you know that he did it. And he's going to be too much of a bitch to try to do it again. And then you can tell your dad years later don't tell your dad that you did it. And then years later, you tell him that you did it when you're having a pint. You guys can fucking laugh your balls off. All right, work argument. Hey, Bill, I work with some real morons. I'm in sales, so everyone is a hot-headed tool. Really? I thought you guys were, funny. It always seemed like the salesmen were always breaking balls and being funny. They all think they're living in a sales movie. Oh, okay. Too many Glenn Rosses. All right. We have set accounts and nothing about our job requires us to generate new business from cold leads. But that doesn't stop these tools. So the other day, they're bitching about Saturday Night Live and how it's not funny anymore. That's not really a big deal. People always bitch about SNL, even when it's good. That didn't bother me. But then they all started saying how they'd be funnier on the show. Oh, Jesus, here we go. This is like me watching... No, I guess it's not like that. All right, let's continue. I was going to say, it's like me watching UFC being like, dude, you know what I would have done? So this is when I chimed in and told them that it's harder than it looks and that they did have a shot. What? And that they did have a shot. That if. You left out a word there. Said it's harder than it looks, and if they did have a shot, having no stage presence or experience, they would end up freezing up. Then they'd be the guy who froze up, whose face was everywhere. I made the point to them that if they were offered a spot on SNL, they'd be better to turn it down. They'd have a happier life if they said no to SNL. Jesus. Do you agree with this? And if you were offered SNL, would you take it? Do I think that the people on SNL are funnier than a salesman? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Do I think that they would freeze up? No, not necessarily. They would probably, maybe a few would freeze up. Others would get dry mouth and still plow through it. Others would ham it up. Who knows? I don't know. If they offered me SNL, I would know that they were in a lot of trouble. I'm a 48-year-old man next month. I think that they like to try to get young talent, and I think that window has closed. Having said that, I got nothing but respect. It seems like just trying to write a fucking cartoon where we got all the fucking time in the world to do this shit, where they have to come out with a brand new, 90 minutes minus fucking commercials. What's that? 90 minus 24 to get technical, 8 minutes every half hour. That's 66 minutes a week. Fuck you. There's no way. I've heard nothing but that's an absolute. It takes a special personality to be able to do to handle that, and I would actually be worried about what it would do to my stand-up career, having that level of a commitment. Which is why I prefer to do a role in a movie where it's just sort of like, okay, we got you from here to here. So it's a finite thing. Where that SNL shit is just like, I don't know when they start or when they stop, but it just seems to be, it's a hell of a commitment. But, yeah, so there you go. Did I answer your question? If you get offered SNL, who says fucking no to that? I don't know. I don't know if I could, I don't know. Why am I fucking stressing over this? It's not happening. But anyways, thank you for sticking up for everybody on SNL. I appreciate that. All right. Okay, here's the last one. From a lady. From a fucking lady. Woman proposing. Yo, baby cakes, Billy Burr. Just curious, what are your thoughts? Just curious what your thoughts are. Sorry, everybody, I'm bad at this. Just curious what your thoughts are on women proposing. Love you. Thanks for advocating for pit bulls. Hope to see you soon. Please don't use my name. Well, they never show me a name. I think that's a bad move on the woman's part. I think you guys, generally speaking, are more gung-ho to get married than guys are. And if you propose to a guy and he's too much of a pussy to say no, and then you end up marrying the wrong person. I think as a woman, you should wait for the fucking guy. I think there's a reason why the guy asks. It's because we don't want to do it. So if we are actually asking, then you know you're with the... most of them end up in divorce. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. That could maybe be kind of cool. There's something cute about it. I can tell you that. Not talking down to you, but I used to always fake propose to Nia. I used to always go, Nia, I'm proposing to you right now. And she would always be laughing, knowing I was fucking around. And I would always go, I propose that we break up. It was this silly joke, and it used to always make her fucking laugh. I don't know. She was real cute during that time when she, wanted me to ask. And, I don't know. My wife's fucking adorable, so, what am I going to do? Took a special kind of fucking woman to trick me into doing this. She didn't trick me. Anyways, that's the podcast for this week. I don't know if I have any advertising left anymore, but who gives a fuck? I never did it for that anyways, right? I'll go out and go dance for my supper tonight. I don't need your advertising whore money. Although I loved it. Oh, I loved that advertising whore money. Maybe I still have it. Who knows?